Hello there YouTube, this is Tycooners Steve, coming back for a new episode of our Rearc Park. That's the recently extinct Animal Recovery Center. Yep, that's what it stands for. And today I'm going to be doing an exhibit here that's actually been kind of requested a lot. I'm finally going to be doing a Great Auk exhibit. So here we are, just to the south of our war exhibit that we put in last time. And you can see the first thing I'm doing here is I'm actually going to extend the little water hazard that we had around our walrus, so I can kind of make a little bridgeway entrance was the idea for this. So let's start with that. And I actually started here doing this incorrectly. So the trick is, if you want to have a bridge that is completely flat across, what you have to do is not only put the water in, not only do you have to put a fence on the side of the water that you want, but you have to put a pathway right up against that bridge, and that's why it was allowing me to do that a little bit on this side, or a little bit on the, what was the left-hand side, but it wasn't allowing me to do it on the right-hand side. And you'll see that now that I've sort of extended this out, and once I flip over here and get to the right side, let me try to drop down here. Okay, once I get this fixed, so these brown parts aren't in the way, sorry about that, now I can lay flat. Get rid of that there. And now I should be able to lay flat across like that. Very good. So grabbing this out. Okay, I completely messed that up. So anyway, while I'm trying to get this fixed and make it look like I actually know what I'm doing here, let me give you some factoids about the great auks here. First of all, they are not large penguins, which is what they actually look like. In fact, they were the very first animals to actually be called a penguin, but then once we sort of began to actually define that genus of birds, we discovered that the great auks were actually not penguins. So despite the fact that their Latin name is actually like Penguinus, or the genus that they're in is Penguinus, they are not penguins. It's just one of those crazy things where we kind of got ahead of ourselves. We originally had them in with penguins, and then once we studied it, we realized that they were the outlier, even though they got named first. So that's kind of weird. But so they were northern hemisphere birds, kind of look like penguins in the fact that they had that black and white coloring. They also were, short winged, so they couldn't fly. Much better swimmers and flyers. And they were with us until around the mid-19th century. Unfortunately, they were pretty much around like the northern part of the British Isles and Scandinavia, and wow, I'm really messing this up here, I do apologize. But like I said, you can see here, once I got both the pathway and the fences there, I was able to put the bridge down. That's the trick you've got to do if you want to make flat bridges that don't have any rise. But anyway, these guys, basically they were around, like I said, the northern part of the British Isles and Scandinavia, sort of that area, although they went as far south as northern Spain at one point. So they were pretty actually well spread. What seems to have done them in, it actually seems to have begun sort of with the Little Ice Age, or I think that's what it was, the Little Ice Age. Let me double check my notes real quick here. I actually don't happen to be a huge expert on auks. You can probably tell already, so let me just double check this real quick before I give you bad information and you all have to write angry notes in the comments. Let me check this. And 1800, I already said that. I'm gonna find it, trust me. Feathers, eggs, great. Well, either way, obviously I can't find it here for some reason. Maybe I just forgot to take the note. But what seems to have happened is they were sort of opened up to predation by polar bears. Actually, ate a lot of them, and I'm really bummed I can't find this note. Oh well, I will recover, and this will go flawless from here on out. So anyway, let's go ahead and make enough room here so we can actually fit in their little rock island there. Very good. And smooth that out back there, get rid of that. And we'll just kind of rebuild the zone, or the zone. Just kind of rebuild the zookeeper area and inside area for the ox there. Very good. Running through here. So where was I in the ox adventure before I realized I didn't have my notes written? Let's see. So interesting note I found that I've mentioned it before with a couple animals, particularly like our quaggas and blue bucks, that they were kind of the victims of the fact that humans didn't really understand the concept of extinction. We never really thought of animals going extinct before, unfortunately, it was too late for them. This was actually not true with the ox. According to some article I found somewhere, probably linked off Wikipedia to be honest, but actually what happened is as the ox population started to decline, we became aware of it, but we didn't quite understand how to preserve animals yet, apparently, because what this led to was people like actually hunting auks and or stealing auk eggs in an attempt to preserve them and just taking them out in the environment. And so sort of the early attempts to sort of preserve these guys as like personal pets and things actually might have sped up their eventual extinction. So that's a new type of cautionary tale we sadly have to tell about the great ox. But we'll go through here. I'm trying to, in terms of the exhibit itself, I'm trying to do something a little bit different from like the penguin and puffin house we did back in the Tundra Zoo. So you can see I'm giving a little bit more attention here to sort of a smaller area, but one that's going to be up close, so you can get a really good view at the ox here. I'm also not going to try to play with the water levels in this one. I wanted to keep it just so you could actually like always look down on the ox, and I didn't want to have to dig too deep, if that makes any sense with the water. I wanted to kind of keep it nice and shallow, just basically allow myself to best use their houses. Basically that was I kind of started with the idea is that I wanted to build around putting in two of these little rock islands, I think is what they call them, the rock islands, whatever, that little house that they can use. So very, very good. I think it's going to turn out well. I hope you enjoy it. You might notice here that I'm putting in a 3-height fence there in the place with the little windows. I'm going to make that little window area sort of their inside zone, and just to give it a little bit more of an interesting display, I decided that I was going to sort of leave that little house at a lower level, even though it's inside, and just kind of have a little shelf roof. You'll see it at the end. I'll try to remember to point it out for you. But maybe it won't work. Maybe it will. Up to you to decide. So let's go ahead around here. And we'll put in the doors before I forget to do that, because I totally would. It's something I would forget completely. And let's go ahead and do our signage now before it gets too tough. Oh, go ahead and hit the bridge here too. Unfortunately, I don't have that Australian pack from which I'm using the rail fences there. Don't have a bridge lining, or I can't think of the official term for it now. The railing for the elevated path. It's railing. Alright, and I think that was just too low, so let's go ahead and go one higher with our actual signage here. Which is fine. It's going to work out great. It's going to work out so great. It's going to work out G-R-A-E-T great. Great. Like that. Great, right? That's how you spell great, awk. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's wrong. Let me go ahead and get that fixed for you real quick before you all have me shot. G-R-E-A-T. I'm pretty sure that's how you actually spell that kind of great. Wonderful. And we're going to switch it to invisible path now. But we're not going to leave it just like that. Let me go ahead and throw one of these across here and put in a white. And that's why I use the white fence with wood for that beginning part, because now I can have this like three-tiered structure: white, wood, and then white on top, like a sandwich. Looking great. And let me find some. That's too big. Looking for a little plant or something to put down in there. Nope, nope. Not the right height. Keep looking. Nope. That's a nooper. Keep on keeping on. Come on. I'm gonna find something here. Oh, actually, that's probably gonna be fine. Let's get rid of some of the very tall ones and try to keep it to the shorter versions here, so that way we're not blurring out the letters if we can avoid it. It's always a good idea to not blur out the thing we're trying to show off. And now we're going to go ahead and tile inside the guest area here. Oh, I'm going to have to momentarily get rid of that tank wall. Boop, boop. And do the same thing on the other side. Nope, there we go. Now it fits. And we just put those tanks back in. Doop. And doop. Just like that. Fantabuloso. Okay, and I think... yeah, I'm going to put this in so that way we can do kind of a recessed door here. Let's go ahead and grab one of those white door frames here. Like so and so? Yes, okay. Yeah, I think that's the way we want it to look. Okay, and, hitbox issues. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that to work. Maybe a little fun? I'll have to think about that. Alright, let's go ahead and get to roofing then. Like so. And then we'll go ahead and grab the dark wood like we have been doing, just to help us go ahead and get this all set up. And raise that up so it's all level 4 height. Very good. And we'll clear the pathways out here so we can actually use the bridge. Well, I've got this, and this for our little guest path here. And smooth that out. Yeah, I don't like the look of the glass there at the top, so let's just go ahead and hide that glass by, well, wait a second. Do I want a little like, awning thing? Let's take a look at this. Where are these? I want a post or something so it doesn't look like it's floating in the air. Like that? Maybe? Maybe like that? Let's go ahead and take a look. Nah, it doesn't really stand out the way I'd hope it did. So we'll just go ahead and do it like this. Beautifuls. Get that fixed. There we go. Now let's go ahead and take an actual look at the stuff for our aux. Let's go ahead and cover up this little mistake here, or not a mistake, but empty area here. Makes it look a little more natural. It also makes it so those two islands aren't completely symmetrical, which I think is a good idea. And start by getting our little inside house for our aux. Cover up these. Actually, I'm not going to cover up the door that leads into their house because if you were a zookeeper, you'd want to be able to look in and see real quick. So we'll let that one still have some glass in it. That's good. What do you guys eat and drink? Let's go ahead and put some of that out for you. We'll put a little reef thing down here. Oh, and let's fill up the water with some live bait here. Some guys this. I love everything just to make it look like a nice healthy ecosystem. And we'll drop some plants in here. Like so. Okay. Looking pretty good. I'm assuming it's good underneath that rock. Can't really see, but the guests can't really see either. So that's gonna be okay. Let's go ahead and just to make it a little bit schnazzified, make it so that little entrance we have for our aux is a 2 high instead of a 3 high. And we'll put the roof on this. There we go. And wrap that around there. And we'll give that the dark highlight there to continue the motif. And once we got this laid down, I actually don't want that to be recessed, so I'm going to grab these hanging things from the Zeta Designs, same people that make the building set, the white building set, and we'll use that to kind of clear that in. And drop some hay for our ox, so it looks like a nice little place for them to rest. And before we cover this up, we'll go ahead and put in some office furniture for our zookeepers here. Thus and so, and let's grab one of these, give them a place to sit, turn the corner here. Where's the table? Put a table down. There. It's a little cramped, but I think that's fine. Okay, what else? Okay, let's finish off this roof. And across. And over here. And just a simple thing like this. Yes. And delete, whoops. I deleted the wrong thingy. Let's go ahead and put that back on. Beautiful. Might as well take this time to decorate our guest area. And we're just going to go with that same sort of standard zoo pattern we established earlier on. Grabbing those maple trees. Throw down some benches here while we got this, and we'll grab some of our juniper bushes. Just kind of tie the whole thing in, and sort of also give us a chance to sort of disguise the edges of our gift shop from this vantage point. It's always a good idea, I think. Let's go ahead and pick up some of our old friends, the white flowers. Quick row of these guys right here. I think I can color inside the lines this time, so I'm feeling pretty good. And oh no, I went outside. Figures. Jinxed myself. Okay. It's close enough for government work. Let's move on by grabbing some of these wetland marshes, or wetland maples, throwing those on the sides. Now it seems like it's time to move on to the roof. The roof. The doggy goes roof. And just fill us in here real quick. Yeah, just gonna do this and then cut in a skylight, I think. I think that's the way to go here. I think that's the plan. It's my plan, at least. I don't know what your plan is, but I'm the one in control, so you gotta go with my plan. Quick change here. I think I'm going to extend that the sandwich pattern, the white, wooden white, out a little bit here. Just kind of make it tie in together. I actually really do like the way that looks. I'm glad I actually didn't discover that earlier, because I would probably have convinced myself that that was the way to decorate the entire zoo, and it would have taken me much longer and been much more frustrating. But it does look good, so I'm definitely going to put it in here. Kind of like that, yep. And we'll extend it over on this side as well, because why not? And yep, just drop that all down there, and we'll get some floating railings to fill us in. There we go. Okay, yeah. That does really good. Okay, get rid of that excess there. Skylight time. Real simple, just like this 2x5, I think. Yeah, 2x5. And we'll also make sure we highlight this with the brown. And I think we can go ahead and put our animals in. Alright folks, here we are at the final walkthrough, starting at our war exhibit from last time. And you can see that now when we go to the left, there's some beautiful bridges with some wonderful foliage around them. There's a great seating area to the right. There's a great Auk display to the left. Of course, we've got that mural bleeding through from our gift shop that we did way back in episode 1. And let's go ahead and cross the bridge into our Auk display and see what we can see, huh? And, oh, there they are. I want to see some of the fish are actually popping through the rock island. I can fix that by just making the water a little bit deeper so that's not happening, but I'll show it to you, warts and all. Just enjoy. But it does look like everything's working there. I thought I saw an Auk going gracefully through the water. Let's take a close look at these guys. And you can see that this is a pretty good model where you can see why both they would be mistaken for penguins and also why they're obviously not penguins. They're sort of like waterfowl with penguin wings is what they actually look like there. But that's doing pretty good, so let's go ahead back outside here and we'll take a look through it as a zookeeper. Just go around through this empty area here, which I have no clue what I'm doing with yet, but if you follow me all the way around to the back, there should be a door here. Ah, by Jove, there is one. So let's go ahead and go inside. No, try to go inside here. Why aren't you letting me inside? I am pressing spacebar to open the gate. Uh-oh, have we come to the dreaded lag monster? Oh! And things sped up very, very quickly there. Okay. It feels like we're moving right again, so let's just continue on with the tour. It looks like most of our great auks have already waddled their way inside here. That's pretty cool. So we know for a fact that they can get into and out of the inside and outside part of the exhibit. Oh, you haven't quite made the way to join your friends yet, but you're doing a good job. And like I say, there's the fish there, so if you're going to make this display in your own zoo, just make sure you make the water a little bit deeper than I did, and that shouldn't happen to you. But let's also remember, if you're going to do this, definitely want to put in this back room here that has the filter tank in it, because birds and water, I mean, there's going to be dirty water very, very quickly in this game. So I think that's going to do it for our Great Auk display. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm really kind of proud of this exhibit and how it turned out. But if you did like it, be sure to press the like button below. If you want to keep up with this series or any other series on my channel, the great way to do that is by subscribing to the channel itself. You're also encouraged, of course, to leave any comments about things you want to see in the future, or maybe questions or ideas on even how to go back and make this exhibit even better than it already is. But I want to thank you for spending your time with me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.